Hello, everyone, and welcome back to DICEBERG Ahead. You're listening to Happenings in Handfast.
I'm scared.
Monster of the Week miniseries that has taken a lot longer than we thought. My name is Hunter Olson. I'll be your keeper for the evening, and with me today we have
Nathan Holton playing Ralph Pips with his companion Doc. Yeah, we're gonna go get it.
I'm playing Johnson Brain Trauma. I think that was a bit for this character. It's been a while. Last name unknown to everyone.
Johnson's not his last name.
I don't know.
John Johnson?
Johnson
Johnson Johnson?
Johnson and Johnson.
Johnson
a family
and
company.
Johnson. Hello, my name is Evan Batt, and I'll be playing Parish.
My name is Chenoa Reid, and I'm playing Imogen Scoops, a very long descendant of Larry Scoops.
And I'm Jaelyn. I'll be playing Jackie Dare, the Mystic.
I'm not going to do too much of a recap, but last time y'all got some information out of Bone Cruncher, who confessed.
Got too excited, I'm sorry. I was crunching the bones.
He confessed that this year a long-standing pact with some Fey prince that he works for has been broken, and he and his partner, someone named Violet, have come to collect what is due, a beloved child, quote-unquote. After he was released and ran back into the woods with the little propeller hat that you guys gave him in exchange for the information, that was what he needed, was a new hat. And he went back into the woods. Johnson and Parish and Ralph, with Doc by your side, are all following into the forest reserve in the search of standing stones that are rumored to be lying somewhere inside. You're making your way through the woods. How are you searching for the standing stones in any particular way? I assume you're sort of staying together and looking about, but is anyone doing anything else extraneous or extra in their search? Otherwise, it would just be the standard move for that. Looking for shit.
Can I use magic and try to be like, magic sword, pull me to the magic rocks?
Yeah.
Sword of my father. Guide me.
Sick. Can
Hell
someone
yeah.
give
Like a
me
metal
2d6s?
Go ahead and roll plus weird. I have 2 spare, actually.
Too late.
Cool.
I forgot to do math. 9.
9 plus
Which-
your weird.
That's, yeah.
Cool.
On a 7 to 9, it works imperfectly. Choose one effect and a glitch. The keeper will decide what effect the glitch has. So my effect is I want it. I want it.
The sword.
It's pathfinding.
Yeah, thrums in a frequency as you're heading the right direction. You get everyone else's attention, and they can start following you.
The magic draws immediate unwelcome attention.
Okay. Gotcha.
The red cap from the tree line is like, these fucking guys.
Hey!
What would it be a roll to, like, keep my eyes peeled, guard the group as we walk into dangerous turf?
I would accept read a bad situation if only because one of the results you can choose is what's the best way to protect the victims, which I would count here as your fellows.
Okay.
You're trying to prevent a potential thing making you victims.
Cool. What dice do
So
I have?
that's
It's been a minute.
2d6.
2d6 plus
I have
sharp.
one. I mean, no,
So
one more.
2d6. And what are we trying to beat?
That's a 9.
You add sharp to that, and then you compare it to the results on the read a bad situation thing.
Okay.
A 9, is it higher than a 9 or a 9?
I rolled 9.
If
That is what I get.
Gotcha. Okay. So you hold 1. So you can ask what's the best way to protect the victims, and when you act on these answers, you get +1 ongoing. So you immediately, something about these woods is almost familiar to you. It's almost like deja vu as you're entering, but not because of the environment, but the atmosphere. It's almost dreamlike, like you remember this somehow. And you know that if other people are feeling this as well, it's very likely you might separate, get lost, somehow lose track of each other. And so I think maybe you become the anchor. You bring everyone close. You've got a hand on Parish's shoulder as he's guiding with the sword, and then a hand on Ralph. as they're walking with Doc by their side.
Little
And you're-
conga line.
yeah, trundling forward. You're keeping your sunglasses on in this dark forest.
The sunglasses do stay on.
Looking around, your beady eyes.
I prop them up to get a better look and have another pair of sunglasses underneath.
Smaller sunglasses. These ones are round.
Awful.
I'm a terrible person.
They're actually his prescription. They just
Those are
don't
my
look very
prescription
cool.
glasses.
Peering through the darkness, you'll see or hear movement on occasion, but you don't believe you hear or see anything as large as Bone Cruncher looming around. Even though Bone Cruncher could like cloak himself in shadow, you don't see any such large shadow at the moment, and you are acting as the beacon, keeping watch.
And so that one hold, I can spend that sort of over the course of this encounter.
So you have +1 ongoing while the information is relevant. So while you're still protecting people in this way, keeping them from getting lost,
I could, like, if we encounter something, I can ask something off this.
you just get a +1 to rolls that are acting on this information. If you act on the answers.
Okay.
Sorry, the hold one was what's the best way to protect the victims.
Okay.
The best way was becoming the anchor. And while you act on that, you get a +1 to
Yeah.
rolls involving that.
Awesome.
It's been a while.
Yeah. No, if I feared that we were going to get lost in the woods, I would open my comical bag of money that I have and, like Hansel and Gretel, a breadcrumb trail of dollar bills.
Money trail.
Hell yes, you'll never get lost now. There's no way anyone would pick this up and ruin a perfectly good trail.
That's my handwriting.
Ralph, as you and Doc are trundling through the woods with Johnson's guiding hand on your shoulder, despite the darkness and the ominous silence, you can't help but feel comforted by your companion at your side. The oversized badger, Doc, moves expertly over branch and root and sniffing the air and mumbling to himself, every now and again meeting your gaze and giving a fanged smile. How long have you and Doc been friends?
Oh, jeez. I think we discussed that it's been, like, because I'm still pretty young, and I think it's only been, like, I started hanging out in the woods a lot, and I ran into him one time.
Yeah.
And he just kind of, like, stayed at my little band campsite.
You remember the first time you met.
Totally.
In woods not unlike these. Well, more accurately, you got lost in a few acres of thicket and found yourself in a forest not unlike this one. The pine and poplar gave way to gnarled and ancient trees coated in moss and hanging lichen with blooming flowers you've never seen nor smelled the like of since or before. You were quite lost and enthralled by the woods around you. You quickly lost track of time and the sun began to set. And the enchanting woods now seemed ominous and encroaching. And just when you thought you might have to sleep out in the wilderness with no tent or food or protection, you began to hear a noise. Branches snapping and undergrowth shudders as something with bared fangs and reflective luminous eyes peers through the gaps in the trees, and it circles you slowly. You can't see it, but you can hear its growl and heavy footfalls.
That's my dad, sorry.
What did Ralph do?
I think he just kind of would have, like, he would have seen, like, well known, like, a presence was around him, and he just kind of would have been like, well, come on out then. Just very, like,
You just
if I die, I die.
turn to face it, call out to it. Okay. You watch as the undergrowth parts, and stepping forward is something furred and striped, and it looms at you as a bear would. But its eyes don't seem focused on you. It seems focused on your backpack, and it's sort of sniffing through the air, and you get the sense that he's hungry.
I'll give him some of my little homemade gummies that may or may not have.
Hell yes.
I have an ability called Power Snag, and so
Now that's a power snack.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you pull out something you've wrapped in paper towel, and you hand it over, and it takes a bite, and then it seems to sort of plop down as it chews on this sticky substance in its mouth. And as you look at it and see its demeanor sort of become gentler, you notice it's not as large as you maybe first thought it was. It might have been a trick of the light, or your fear in the woods, but something that seemed wolf or bear-like is now instead about as big as a badger. And it looks up at you, picking up some of the crumbs that it had dropped and putting it back in its mouth. And it sniffs your pocket and tilts its head to you before sniffing through the air, turning back the way you came through a gap in the trees, and begins trotting off in that direction. And as it reaches the edge of the clearing, it like stops and looks back at you. And he goes, "Ah!"
Oh. Well, I got nothing better to do.
He goes trotting off into the woods with you at its flank. By the time the sun has fully set and the moon has begun to rise, you make it back out into the familiar forest and then breaking the tree line. When it reaches your van, it finds more junk food inside and decides sticking around might be a good idea. And you're comforted by this memory as you travel through the dark and mysterious forest until you notice that both Doc and Parish have stopped moving, and Johnson's hand brings you back to the present. As you see a line of trees that's so dense you find it difficult to find a place for all of you to squeeze through. But with the magic sword and your maybe more than mundane animal companion, you manage to find a gap that you're able to squeeze through. And as you enter the clearing, you can see clearly before you a circle of 7 standing stones. But we're going to cut to the town, gang.
So what do you think of Rush Limbaugh?
I don't even think I know that one.
You know, in his shoot down theory, Malaysia flight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, took it down.
Exactly, like...
It was a terrorist
why
attack.
didn't we find
foreign
anything about
entities. I don't even know.
Exactly.
It was like on land most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Basically.
So where's this Violet girl?
Yes. How are you searching for Violet? Where are you searching? If you need reminding of any like specific places in the town.
I mean, I feel like me and Johnson interrogated that park pretty thoroughly. None of the kids seem suspicious.
But did any of them seem special?
They were all very special children.
So, there's the children's park that you're talking about. There's the Handfast
Yeah.
Herald. There's the Crown Tavern. There's the Forest Reserve.
An area of houses that were unaffected, right?
Yeah, there were many houses dispersed through the wreckage that seemed unaffected, and also some houses within town that haven't been experiencing other things like electrical
Yeah,
failures
we
and
learned
stuff
that
like
all
that.
of those ones don't have children living in them.
Yeah, either
So-
don't have children or are under 40.
Or are under 40. Got it.
We can
Yeah, 'cause
always
they weren't there.
check back with that reporter.
We could, but I remember from my vision earlier at the beginning, it was a person watching a child at the park. Did that person look like another kid? Remembering back to it like a teenager?
Seeing it from behind, it could have been a teenager. Yeah, between like 15 to 19.
Okay.
And there's nobody at the park now. Assuming like
If you go
way.
to the children's park,
yeah.
Yeah, get on the back of my bike, we'll go.
I'll
Do you have
ride on
pegs?
your pegs.
There we go.
I am wearing a pencil skirt though, so just try to be careful.
Side
right?
saddle it
The pegs?
with great agility.
yeah, make a roll. No. You make your way back to the park. School has just gotten out, so there are children that have come here to wait for their parents to come pick them up. There are several parents that already seem to be here and are talking to each other while they watch their children play. You see Mary Tilly, who you think works at a bakery around town. You can see she's speaking with John Chilton.
Father.
You can see...
Yeah, the father.
You can see Frank Gardner, who is here as well, and Richard Story, who is actually currently seems to be doing something along the lines of you guys. He's not a cop or anything, but he's like sort of standing by and looking out. There've been, assaults recently, so he's taking upon his civilian duty, it seems.
I think we should just keep an eye out.
Yeah.
If anything would have happened, it happened here, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I saw. But, like, if we're gonna find this girl, we gotta think like her. Get in the mind of
Where
the
would...
40-year-old, 15-year-old.
Well, if I
Human
were 40,
child.
which I am not yet, I would think that... What?
No, never mind.
Listen, I know my coarse demeanor would determine if I, seem around 40.
No, I think that part's, badass, but, it's maybe a little, emotions to you.
I like
The stress of the job really adds to age.
Listen, I can drink at any age, including those goddamn... That's a good idea. The teenagers.
Exactly, we give them all alcohol, and the one that can tolerate it is the one that's secretly an adult.
Yeah, oh right. I look around for the kids.
Go and offer cigarettes to children, and whichever one takes it has to be over, because a child would
Exactly.
never take.
It's illegal. It's against the law.
They're good boys and
yeah.
girls.
They know better.
I mean, when I was a teenager, we would just hang around some mundane object.
Wait. Hypothetically, if we corrupt all the kids, are any of them like a beloved child?
Ah.
Oh,
Ah,
loophole.
there we
Yeah.
go.
Give them all cigarettes.
Well, so the thing is that they've been killing adults
Oh.
until they get a beloved child. So eventually, we're just gonna have to import one.
Get one of them
No, they
foreign
want. They
children.
want the adults to choose.
So y'all
for
are
them.
sticking around, watching the park specifically,
Yeah.
waiting to see if anything specific happens, keeping an eye out for teenagers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm watching benches.
looking around.
Gotcha.
too.
Watching benches.
Telephone poles, sidewalks
All the suspicious places.
for teens.
Okay. I'll ask for either investigator mystery or read a bad situation, and then I will answer whatever question you end up having.
Ooh, I'm sharp. I'll investigate a mystery. Nice.
I'll do read a bad situation.
Okay.
All right. I got a 10.
10, so you hold 2, so you can pick 2 questions while we resolve Jackie's.
7.
All right. What is being concealed here, and where did it go?
Ooh.
Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
I got a 7, so I get to hold 1, and I'm gonna do what's the best way to protect the victim. So what's the best way to protect
Protect
the
the
other
children.
children?
Gotcha.
Give them cigarettes.
Give them cigarettes and drugs.
Hey kid, you want some drugs?
I think as you guys are surveilling the area, and you wait as time passes, more higher grades of school get out, essentially. So older children start arriving until you see the right age group in your eyes lock on them for anything suspicious. You do see some of them go towards the fence that you guys hopped to get into the destroyed part of town where they start smoking cigarettes and
The
stuff.
mundane
They're
object.
safe. They're safe.
You can see there's 3 of them doing that. Looking around, you can see 1 or 2 of them sort of go and seem to grab their younger sibling's hand. And you, with your what is being concealed here, determine that they are not concealing things. So you're essentially watching what seems to be victims being taken off the board by innocent people, being taken by their families. You don't know if that means they're safe, but you're determining that the people taking them are not. Don't seem
Malicious.
suspicious.
Okay.
However, as you're looking around, you said, what is being concealed here and where did it go? You notice one parent looking not at the children, not grabbing the children either, but seeming to cast glances at you two and at Richard Story, who's also keeping an eye on the other corner.
Not saying you guys are a bunch of adults who've spent the last hour
Watching children at a
examining
park.
the children in a playground.
We're
but
also having great conversation about Malaysia Flight 370.
about giving kids.
By the way,
Cigarettes.
your opening for that,
Cigarettes.
I thought you were going to accuse Rush Limbaugh of orchestrating the disappearance of a passenger airplane.
Listen, it was just, it couldn't have been a coincidence he came up with that theory.
No,
It's all
couldn't.
connected.
It must have been Faye. You determined there was something off about her. This is Mrs. Tilly. This is Mary Tilly. She keeps casting glances at you guys longer than usual, to the point where she's like not looking at her child sometimes until she notices you guys looking back.
How old is she?
She is...
We haven't talked to her yet, have we? Did we? I can't remember.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I can't remember either if you did.
The name doesn't strike a bell.
Is she short in stature like a teenager?
She's tall with short hair.
Oh.
She seems kind of terse, maybe a little rude, just from her face. She's wearing a coat over, you can see an apron from like a bakery, like a baker's uniform. Yeah, she just has her arms crossed and is sort of looking at you guys. And she is about 30, early 30s by the look of her.
Should I go talk to her?
You should walk up to her and ask how old she is. Women love that, from what I hear. Sorry, Johnson. His voice from the distance.
I know what Johnson would do.
Yeah. He'd go talk to her and ask her her age.
How old are you and
Yeah.
how much you weigh?
Yeah, she's kind of giving us the stink eye.
I don't know if it's because, we're watching kids or...
What's wrong with that? We're keeping them safe.
I mean, you're fucking right. Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to her.
You walk over.
Strut.
She seems to stand up straighter as you approach.
What's up, mama?
I'm sorry?
I was just seeing how you doing.
I'm doing fine. Can I help you?
Yeah, just coming over, say hi. I noticed you were staring. We're just working a case, that's all.
Detectives of some kind? Did that
Yes, ma'am.
incompetent sheriff finally put someone on the case?
Oh, yeah.
Right, well,
Scoops. And I reach out my hand.
she shakes it.
What does her hand feel like?
How clammy? Can we get a clammy roll?
Old and wrinkled.
I don't think I'm going to make you roll investigative mystery for the clamminess of her hands.
How old are you?
You could feel strong baker's hands, but you don't feel like flour or anything on them.
It's nice to meet you.
She says, I'm Mary Tilly.
Mary.
It's nice to meet you too, Scoops.
Yeah, Imogen Scoops.
Imogen Scoops, right?
Detective Scoops.
Well, can I do you have questions for me?
Sorry, which one is yours?
Oh, little Maxie there. And she points to a little 4-year-old who's just running. He's sitting and he's just got handfuls of wood chips and he's just letting them fall to the ground in front of him. And he's having a whale of a time.
A genius in the making.
Yeah.
Do I recognize him?
Yes, you do.
Wow, he looks almost 4, you said? Man, he must have a birthday coming up. What is it?
Oh, he will be 5 soon. It's on April the 14th.
Nice. It's a good day. What is he, Aries?
I don't know zodiacs, just putting it out there. So, maybe, she says.
I think it's the sign before Taurus.
No, it would be Taurus.
Well, May 19th is.
She says, I'm sorry, is Max pertinent?
Oh, no, it is. It is.
Is Max pertinent to your investigation
I
somehow?
forgot it flips the 20s.
I don't know, we could be.
That's, should we...
Have you been experiencing any weird occurrences in your house? Spoons going missing, bed sheets being taken.
We have had many, all of our soap is gone. We have to outsource when we need to give Maxie a bath. We keep liquid detergents for our washer and dryer. It's all gone.
Do you have a friend's house that you could stay at that maybe is not experiencing weird?
I'm sure we could ask around for friends we could stay at for a day or two.
That might be necessary.
Should I go now?
I look over at my friend Jackie.
She's looking at Max
Do we have a way to contact
Is this our kid?
the wood team?
It's 2015. I assume you have phones.
I've got a flip.
Cool.
I have a
I
BlackBerry.
got a Motorola.
I have a BlackBerry. I'm really fancy.
Yeah.
You know.
Blackberries were out of fashion by 2015 already.
I know this.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that I'm very fancy for having a
Because
BlackBerry.
iPhones exist, but
Yeah.
I'm definitely using a flip phone.
Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they were already onto the iPhone 6 by 2015.
Oh yeah. I mean, I
2008
had like a Galaxy, I
was
think,
first
at that point.
I'm
So-
going to have.
You had a whole galaxy. It's got a lot of stars in it. Planets and shit.
Who are you calling? Which one of the three?
I think I only have Johnson's number.
Johnson, roll a plus weird for me.
2 plus weird.
Sorry, ma'am. Just give me a sec.
Yeah, 2d6 plus weird.
I'm just calling my colleague.
That will be
I'll,
a
like, stand in
6.
front so she can't
Um,
see the phone.
I have a -1 weird, by the way.
Gotcha.
By the way, can my ringtone be California Girls? That's appropriate for the era, right?
It might
Yeah.
be,
The era.
but
Or
You're like
Gundam
10 years
style.
behind.
Yes, I have
Almost.
Gunk.
a 6 is a miss. So it seems that this clearing blocks whatever signal is attempting to be sent. So you get no, the other end is dead. I can't figure out how to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't go through.
We're sorry, we couldn't connect your call.
Honestly, I'm shocked that I didn't get like a 3 on that roll. I rolled a
that's pretty good.
7.
Are you not weird?
I have a -1.
Oh, wonderful.
He's a normal guy.
Yeah, I don't know. You didn't answer.
I don't actually believe in ghosts.
I don't think we should leave, like,
to
we
your
got the kid,
advantage.
because it's the kid.
You
For
think
sure,
so? This
yeah.
is?
And, like, if they go home, we lose sight, they might track them back to their home or to wherever they are and
Keep
take
the
them.
kid hostage here at the park.
Man.
Oh,
Sorry?
we're just sorry. Ma'am, I don't want to freak you out, but
You're going to die.
I think your child is a target.
She goes to Max and picks him up and walks back over to you and says, should I phone Samuel? Should we find? Do you have somewhere? Could we go to the police station?
Well, gonna be honest, the sheriff is kind of a fucking.
I got an idea. What if we go back to the bar? They're not gonna let a kid into the bar. This kid, because they're with us, but
Oh,
and
the other
they-
one.
The other one.
Yeah. We're gonna go to the bar.
Yep.
All right.
We're going to get your child drunk.
If you think that's best, they.
I'm
start
sure it'll be nice and safe there.
They start following you to the Crown Tavern. We cut back to the Forest Gang. You have entered the clearing.
By the way, with my calming presence of my hands on your shoulders as I walk you conga line-like through the woods, my stone cold coolness gives you a +1 to act under pressure if you guys are afraid or in pain.
Nice.
I don't feel fear.
Okay.
You guys are in this clearing where the brown branches of the surrounding trees stretch and interweave into a nearly domed, leafy canopy overhead, providing a warm and verdant light to the space. In the center, atop a small rise, are the standing stones. There are 7 of them, each about 10 feet tall, spaced equidistant from each other and forming a circle. Their faces are mostly blank. As you get close, you notice the texture of them might once have been glyphs or sigils that now might prove impossible to translate. They don't seem recognizable as any human language anyway. Each one, however, does have one circular sigil or symbol on them that is perfectly preserved and present on all 7. You would be able to draw it or recreate it, but it might take a investigate a mystery or plus weird maybe to see if you can recall what it is. Yes?
Can I do a weird check?
Yeah, absolutely.
Weird check.
I'm gonna get my little badger, and we're gonna each take a little gummy, and we're just gonna vibe it out because that's how I'm doing that.
Just
I think
imagine you're a druid.
kinda like in a really dumb way. Oh,
That was a good roll.
that was 10 roll plus 2 plus 12.
Nice.
Oh, damn. Okay. So you commune with Doc, and there have been several times you could have swore the voice you were personifying him with in your head didn't actually come from your head, but you were never able to sort of confirm that. In this moment, however, at the elevation that you're at with Doc, You get close and you can hear him say, "I wouldn't fuck with this if I were you." That's the prince's seal.
Type shit.
Type shit. He's a very dangerous and fickle fae.
Damn. Yeah, bad vibes, guys. Bad vibes.
Yeah. Magic's cool. I'm looking at the system because I have
Johnson with -1 weird.
Yeah, I'm like,
Damn.
wow, I could literally never do that.
And I think it's
so
I think it's up to Nate, but I think Johnson and Parish just hear like.
No, it specifically says
It's
on
like,
it.
is it like Scooby Doo?
Yeah, it's like they can talk, but with a heavy accent most people don't understand.
Hell
So,
yeah.
like,
It's just-
technically you could, but you have to, like...
It's just talking in like Cockney.
He just sounds like a badger, but, like, you almost hear words, and you're like... It's like when the cat goes, like...
When the cat's like, now.
Now.
Mom.
So so you get this info from Doc that this is the prince's seal, Prince of the Fae.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. So, yeah. The Prince Fae guy that, you know, sacrifices all the children or whatever.
Mhm.
This is his... This might be like a sacrificing point or something like that. I don't know, but this is his, like... This is his seal.
So, do we want to like cut it up?
Yeah, like should we break it or should we like do the opposite of break it? Because
That
I
would
could break it.
Most definitely piss him off a lot and probably get us killed, but
Okay.
it might prevent...
Doc nods to all of what you're saying.
I think what happens is we break it. Prince comes out and is like, bruh, and we kill the prince.
We can try that.
Yeah.
Doc is shaking his head.
Yeah, I feel like that'll go bad.
Have you seen my sword?
Have you seen the prince though?
No.
Have you seen how fucking cool I am?
I'm so fucking cool. Dubstep plays.
just
Starts playing. Yeah.
Followed by dubstep is one of his powers.
Yeah, they pull out. They just have their fucking phone in their other hand with
He's just hiding it behind his
an
back.
MP3 player. Yeah.
Okay, so for this situation, I don't know, man. Like I expected to get like jumped on the way here, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we made it to the circle without a fight.
Well, if we break it, we'll get a fight.
Okay.
It's probably a fight we don't want to take with, 3 people and a badger that he doesn't really fight super good.
Johnson.
Me neither, quite frankly. The badger might fight better than me.
Wouldn't be surprised.
That's
Johnson.
Badgers.
As Johnson observes this clearing and these standing stones, something irks you.
Mm-hmm.
Like an itch in the back of your mind that you can't quite scratch. Something's familiar about the scenario.
Mm-hmm.
You've never been here before. You're pretty sure of that. You've never even heard of Handfast before.
Where am I?
And we start over. You tend to avoid reminiscing in memory because this ends up happening. I literally wrote, it usually ends up confusing you and ill-advised to practice in your experience. But something about the details of this case are sitting in your mind and refusing to leave, like someone you don't recognize, insisting you were once old friends.
Mm-hmm.
You remember some Fae bullshit, that's for sure, and a lot of talk about a circle. It wasn't stones, though. It might have been flowers? Mushrooms. That was it. Great glowing mushrooms. You remember that. But as you try and recall the conclusion to these memories, all you remember is some kind of darkness or shadow engulfing you. And then, almost like lining up 2 photographs, that memory of the past aligns with one from your more recent present of Bone Cruncher draped in shadow, also swooping down upon you. It very well might have been something similar, if not the same.
I think I may have like fought Bone Cruncher before.
What?
Like, I was just thinking, like, I think I know that guy, and I'm fairly sure that he jumped me at a circle in the past.
Looks around.
Nosebleed.
So like, he already did agree to not jump us again, right? I kind of forget our deal.
Your deal after getting the information from him was, I'll give you this hat, but if I ever see you again, I'm going to break your legs. That was your deal.
Okay.
And then he got the hat and draped himself in shadow and ran into the woods.
I close my eyes and call out to Bone Cruncher so I don't have to break his legs again.
Okay, we're going to cut there.
Welcome to this episode's intermission. Take a moment to go get some water, go grab some food, and come back. Or you can just listen right through. Our intermission is dedicated for giving you important messages, ad swaps, or letting you know about any of our collaborations. It should only take 2 minutes, so you're welcome to skip. We'll see you on the other side.
Here at DICEBERG Ahead, we are proud DICE affiliates with our friends at Die Hard Dice. Distributed in over 100 local game stores, Die Hard Dice is something for everyone, from a nearly bottomless variety of polymer and metal dice to trays and accessories. From their care package, we received magnetic folding dice trays that I can tell will last, and a Braille D20. They have Braille dice. How kick-ass is that? Head over to dieharddice.com to get 10% off your next order.
Are you new to recording? Or maybe you're looking to switch to something different? Riverside FM is the best online studio for recording and streaming. We love Riverside because of its multi-track recording features, auto-compression, and local browser upload settings that helps eliminate lag within the recording itself. Join Riverside and pursue your creativity, whether you're making content, teaching, or making it easier to work from home. You can choose between 3 separate plans and find what works best for you. Use our link below to join Riverside today.
Three centuries ago, a cataclysm arrived on the continent of Eranos' shores. An unfathomable swarm of dragons swept over the land, killing all that they could. In the present day, the city of Fury withstood the apocalypse and began sending explorers to the untamed world beyond to chart and log their findings. Emergence is an actual play podcast using D&D 5e. Listen to over 100 hours of content and immerse yourself in the journey of exploration. All this and more at DICEBERG Ahead.
Back in town, you've arrived at the Crown Tavern. Centuries Old Tavern is the main bar, diner, and restaurant for Handfast. You can see there are many people here trying to enjoy their meals, and there's a sign in the window that says, "So sorry, bring your own silverware or purchase from our variety of finger foods." And you can see people have brought plastic or home-brought silverware because all the ones here end up bent. But they're having food and drinks. It's lunchtime, so some people are starting early. And you and Mary enter, and the barkeep immediately goes to say something about Max.
Important business.
All right.
Do you have a back? Do you have a back room that's safe and secure?
I've got an office I can lock.
Perfect.
Okay. And Mary says, Max, do you have to use the bathroom? And Max nods with a big smile on his face.
I'm going too. Not like in the. That's your job. That's not mine. Yeah.
They go into a stall, and you stand by the sinks with your arms crossed.
Yeah.
I'll stand outside the door.
Hell yeah. Okay.
It's gonna be so funny when it's a different kid.
It just reminds me of the Monsters Inc. She's over there singing, and then there's silence, and you're like, where the fuck did she go? I lost her.
She enters a stall, and you can, hear her clothes and stuff. And as you are waiting and keeping watch, you hear a commotion in the bar, which Jackie, outside the door, sees. You can see what looks to be Officer Edward Turner, the sheriff, who has an eye swollen shut. His left cheek is burst, and he's missing some teeth on his lower jaw.
He scraped through?
And he's stumbling into the office, and he looks around, and he sees Jackie. I believe all of you spoke with him before you went into the forest reserve. So he comes hobbling up to you.
Oh, what? Did you bite the curb or something?
The curb bit me.
The curb bit back.
Look, some big fucking thing, like covered in shadow, like jumped out at me. It felt like bricks. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Like
Don't worry.
bones
Don't worry.
crunching.
We got it.
I must have passed out. I don't know where my gun is. And he's looking around.
Oh.
Inside the bathroom, Imogen, a different stall door than the one Mary and Max entered, opens. And stepping out of it, you can see what looks to be
A ghost.
a 15-year-old.
Buncher. Ask questions later. Throat chop. Go.
I use my smell.
What?
Smell like
Starts
evergreen
sniffing.
and sulfur, like the fucking fae dealer she is.
I assault the
A
child.
15-year-old in a bathroom, and you walk up to her and like grab her hair and
Joe Biden.
You immediately squint your eyes and flare your nostrils and engage all of your senses. You immediately ping something is off about her, and
He
if
just took a big dump.
if not for your senses,
an unreasonably large dump for such a child.
if not for your sharp senses, then for the revolver that she's pulling out from behind her back and pointing at you.
I go, "Hi, Violet," and then I pull mine out. And I, without hesitation, when I pull it out, I shoot.
Okay,
Yes.
we're gonna cut.
Johnson has a hand covering his eyes, and he's just called out, "Bone Cruncher, get your ass over here!"
Okay. As your ally, you can hear the snapping of branches. Parish and Ralph, you see trees part and groan and strain against his strength as a shadow steps out from the tree line. And then after making sure your eyes are closed, the shadow drops from his form. And he's like, you gotta promise me you're not gonna take your hand off those eyes while I'm still in view.
Swear to me.
Please. Look, we made a deal, man.
Your legs are safe, so long as we get a little bit of more knowledge about this circle.
Fine.
All right, guys, ask away.
Is this like the sacrificial grounds for the children?
This is where they would be brought, but it's the gateway.
Do they just take them somewhere?
Usually it's left in the circle. They tend to do some prayer. It doesn't really matter what they do after that, but then Violet or I would arrive to pick it up and take it to the prince.
Oh.
Or one of his many other servants.
What happens to the kid? Is it just...
Depends on what the prince desires for them.
Ew.
Sometimes they are entertaining and are kept as such. Sometimes they are cunning and are trained, polished, like Violet. Sometimes they are disposed of.
Okay.
I believe at least once, one of the children he took was dropped off on the mainland to a different family. He just watched it grow.
Huh.
Don't know why.
This
Seems
prince
like a
guy's
weird
kind of
guy.
a freak.
Yeah.
Don't let him hear you say that. Freak.
Yeah.
Doc is shaking his head.
You explode.
The prince is a little bitch, and then I kick a rock.
Oh no! I push over on the stone.
Uh-oh.
If this circle is broken, can they come over here?
He can show up wherever he wants, but
Okay.
the pact might be damaged. This is sort of... And he stops as he realizes he's saying something he probably shouldn't. Sorry, should I go?
Slowly peeking. Over.
I start slowly shifting my head. I make such good friends.
I'll say manipulate someone.
Ooh, I'm good at that.
Okay, do it.
Right?
And I'll give you a standing at
Oh,
least
I am.
+1 because Johnson's threatening to break his legs.
I love the idea that because of the way that the deal is, if Johnson sees him, legs break.
Yeah, just instant.
So I rolled 11 plus 2, and I have the pleasant and friendly manner ability.
Jeez.
By
So
the way, I
rolled
would
so
argue
good.
I do have I can spend my fire to add +1s to my manipulate via threatening.
Yeah.
So if we had rolled low, I would have also argued I could spend those.
So I'm just gonna look at him like, oh, come on, Bone Cruncher. Do you really like doing all these bad things to these children? Like, doesn't it make you feel a little
Don't you ever want to be
shitty?
a baker someday?
Honestly,
Didn't you have a dream as a child?
I just kind of want the blood, honestly. It doesn't have to be children.
Yeah, could it be animals or like old people?
I prefer people, but it doesn't have to be children.
I mean,
Can I just like,
what's he got on you anyhow?
he's responsible for my life. He kind of raised me in a fey way.
He gave birth to me.
He wasn't very present. We'll say that.
Daddy issues.
Hey, who said that?
A Bone Crusher.
What?
Like half of my income comes from donating plasma. I've got a great idea on how you get blood.
If you will be
There's
my
this-
source of blood from now
Nah.
on, yeah.
There's this job called a phlebotomist.
Oh, that sounds boring.
Get a lot of blood though.
Look, Oberon's likely to hear me from here. I should get going unless you need anything else.
He says it through gritted teeth, looking at Johnson, who doesn't know he's looking at him.
Oh man.
He spins his propeller hat menacingly.
Fuck. Oh. Fuck. Oh. Damn.
I can open the gateway if you'd like to speak with him. Perhaps you can negotiate your way out of this.
I
doubt.
am
You can
great
hear the
at
smile on his
negotiating. Johnson believes in his ability to negotiate. He always ends up with friends afterwards.
Doc is shaking his head.
Johnson does not see this. What's your vote?
I don't know.
I think it might be better to try to regroup and
Okay. Focus from the child angle rather than the Fae angle.
what do you have on you that could do damage, hypothetically?
I am currently toting a crowbar.
Bone Cruncher is taking steps away.
I need to soak my hat.
Alright, have a good one, Super Soaker.
I still feel like we should just kill that guy.
Probably, but
You hear
I
like a sploosh, sploosh, and then he goes running off into the forest.
Some random.
I made a deal with him. Like I want to fight fair and square. It wouldn't be fun to fight him again unless he like got better at fighting.
Get good, scrub.
While you decide on your next course of action and investigation, we cut back to Violet holding a gun up to Imogen.
Pew.
Pew, and you are shooting.
Oh
Not
yeah,
for
of
me.
course.
So this is a kick some ass. Roll plus tough.
Nice. That is an 11.
Great success.
It is 2 harm, close and loud. We are in close range. It will be loud.
Kick some ass. 10 plus. You gain an extra effect.
Cool.
So you can either gain advantage, which is +1 forward, or you could give +1 forward to someone else. You can inflict terrible harm and inflict an additional harm. You can suffer less harm, so you take 1 less harm than what you're gonna get, or you could force them where you want them.
I'm gonna do suffer less harm. I'm gonna assume they're gonna fire on me.
Yes,
Since I shot
indeed.
them, so I'm gonna try and just.
They
move.
also just have a revolver, so you've reduced this 2 harm down to 1.
Cool.
As it glances off your shoulder, you immediately hear 2 gunshots that go off, and then you hear a child scream, and bust in the door. the sheriff limps in behind you, reaching for a gun he still doesn't have. Violet has been forced back into this bathroom stall, and she's looking around. She slips to the ground and grabs Max by the seat of his pants, basically, and pulls him across the bathroom floor. and immediately holds a gun up to his head.
Now, hold on there, Grandma.
Jesus, fucking excuse you.
You're
Yeah.
old enough to be my mother.
What do you fucking mean? I'm not goddamn 60. I know
looked in the
what
mirror
you
lately?
are. Jesus Christ.
I see those fine lines.
You know, me and my buddies, they're at a ruin right now. It would be really unfortunate if you arrived to a pile of rubble.
Oh, it'd be real unfortunate to find all their heads shoved up each other's asses by my partner.
Yeah, what about Bone Crusher?
Bone Cruncher, thank you.
Yeah, we already entered a deal. Without you,
You what?
he's not allowed to harm us. Bitch.
She
How many
Put the
people
kid
are
down.
watching this standoff at this point?
the sheriff is there.
Probably
the
most of the bar.
bartender has told several people to leave, but some people are definitely refusing and
I'm
watching.
gonna slowly make my way over to the sink and turn it on and like cup my hands under the water.
Okay, you're real sneaky like.
Yeah.
She says, as you're doing this, she says,
Now you're all going to step aside, and you're going to let me walk out of here, and you won't follow me as I go through the forest. Do you understand? If you know what's good for yourselves and this town, you won't follow me.
Well, I know that you wouldn't just shoot the kid, 'cause he's part of a deal. And I'm pretty sure your patron, the prince, wouldn't quite appreciate a dead child. I'm gonna call her bluff.
okay, make a manipulate someone,
Yeah.
and Imogen. Sorry, Jackie.
My plan is to splash water onto the gun, and if that happens, possibly like use a hex to like break something precious, which
Gotcha.
is the gun.
Okay,
To jam
gotcha.
it. I don't know. That's how water works,
Okay.
right?
I'm gonna spend a luck to change it to 12,
Okay,
'cause I rolled a 3.
you seem to call her bluff, and she sort of nods at you and says, "You're right, but I've got 5 more bullets." And she aims as you splash water
Splash
across the
water
room.
on it, yes.
How does your hex thingy work?
Right now, this is very Frozone coded from the beginning of
Freeze.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of a spell, so it
said
could be flavored that way.
Thirsty.
It's when you cast a spell as well as an oral flex. I may pick from the following: target contract a disease, they immediately suffer harm, or it breaks something precious or important. And I'm aiming to like jam the gun
Awesome. Okay.
with magic water.
I do like the idea that the water crystallizes.
Yeah, it's
and, like,
freezing water.
Freezes.
Yeah. Okay, and that's a weird. Yeah.
It's
Let's
weird.
go.
It's weird of you to do.
That's 4, 5. That's an 8.
Oof. So your hex will break the precious thing. It'll jam the gun. In addition to that, you can do this effect.
Yeah. Oh, trap a specific person, minion, or monster.
Oh hell yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
trap them and like it gets on their foot and it freezes them in place. I
They
don't know.
freeze
like that.
like your Frozone
Yeah.
at the beginning of The Incredibles.
I said freeze.
The magic draws immediate unwelcome attention. Or the effect is of short duration.
Yeah.
There we go.
That was the one I was probably
Yeah.
gonna pick. So as she whips this gun forward, you throw a handful of water, which hits her palm. I'm imagining like a Spider-Man move. It hits her palm and freezes both her hands to the wall with the gun still in its grip, which, though the trigger is pulled, the hammer cannot fire. And Max is relinquished to the ground. He does kind of plop, but he's okay. And very quickly, the sheriff kind of limps forward and scoops him up and steps back and starts looking around. And he's like,
Go to the office. And I like pull his mom out too, who's I'm assuming is trying to get out of the stall anyway.
You open the stall, and she's not there.
What?
You should mag dump this child, by the way.
And as you
my.
sort of send the sheriff away, he starts going to the sheriff's office. You're searching the stall. You look back at Jackie, and then you look to where Violet was pinned, and she's gone.
God damn it!
We're going to end this episode here.
Wow.
Thank you all for listening. We're going to catch y'all on the flip side, which will be very soon for us after we take a break to fucking cool off.
Piss.
And piss.
All right.
I already did.
All right, bye.
In my pants. This episode you watched.
Thanks for listening to DICEBERG Ahead.
I'm pulling the whole
This
curtain rod
episode is sponsored by
again.
the piss train. We all piss here.
Thanks for listening. The music for this episode is provided by Tabletop Audio. For more DICEBERG Ahead content, follow us on our socials and Patreon, or visit us on our website at dicebergahead.com.